Good day and welcome. You're watching Sint Maarten NEWSDESK, where we bring you the latest and most important stories around the island and beyond. With your anchor crew, Alston Lawrence, Glenda York, Tiziana Hart, and Mizzy with the Sunshine Report. This broadcast is brought to you by TV15 and proudly produced by Great Bay Media Studios in Philipsburg, Sint Maarten. And now, let's jump straight into today's top headlines.
Police investigate stabbing and arrest suspect in robbery case. The police force of Sint Maarten is investigating a stabbing incident that occurred Monday afternoon on Welgeleke Road in Cahill. Police say Central Dispatch received multiple calls shortly after 12 p.m. reporting a fight between two women. When officers arrived at the scene, they found one of the women suffering from several stab wounds. The suspect was still present at the location and was immediately arrested. The victim was transported to the Sint Maarten Medical Center for treatment, while the suspect also received medical attention before being taken into custody at the Philipsburg police station. Authorities say the exact cause of the altercation remains under investigation. In a separate development, police have also arrested a 27-year-old suspect in connection with multiple robberies in the Cold Bay and K Bay areas. The suspect, identified by the initials DFH, was taken into custody during an operation at the residence in KB. Detectives believe the individual may be linked to approximately 7 robbery cases targeting businesses in those districts since October 2025. Police say the investigation remains ongoing and additional arrests have not been ruled out. Anyone with information related to these cases is encouraged to contact the police or the anonymous tip line 9300. Prison sentences requested in Lissabon case as defense challenges evidence. Prosecutors have requested prison sentences ranging from 12 to 24 months in the ongoing Lissabon corruption case, now before the Court of First Instance of Sint Maarten. Former Member of Parliament Rolando Bryson is accused of requesting and accepting bribes while serving in Parliament. 3 co-suspects, Johan Alex Daykoffs, Robbie Dos Santos, and Sunil Jehani, are alleged to have been involved in paying the bribes. In addition to prison time, prosecutors are seeking to ban Bryson from holding public office for 5 years and require him to repay more than $52,000 in alleged unlawful gains. The investigation began in 2023 and was carried out by the Kingdom Cooperation Team, known as RST, under the direction of the Attorney General's Office for the Caribbean part of the Kingdom. During court proceedings, Bryson strongly rejected the accusations, arguing that the prosecution's case is based on misinterpretations of political communications and financial activity, including cryptocurrency transactions. He told the court that his work as a Member of Parliament was rooted in open access to the public and legislative initiatives such as crypto regulation and consumer banking protections, insisting there was no evidence of pressure on ministers or quid pro quo arrangements. The court is expected to deliver its final ruling on April 29, 2026. Correctional officers sworn in to strengthen Point Blanche Prison. Honorable Minister of Justice Natalie Tacklin has officially sworn in a new group of correctional officers to strengthen operations at Point Blanche Prison. During the ceremony held on March 6, the minister administered the oath to local correctional officers as well as 14 officers from Suriname who will temporarily support the facility. Minister Tacklin acknowledged that the swearing in of several local officers had been long overdue, apologizing for the delay and thanking them for their patience and commitment to the justice system. The Suriname officers were formally appointed earlier this month and are now authorized to perform correctional duties, including preparing official reports that may be used in court proceedings. Officials say that additional staffing will help ease operational pressure at the prison, while the ministry continues efforts to recruit and train more local correctional officers. The initiative is also part of broader efforts to strengthen rehabilitation, safety, and long-term reforms within Sint Maarten's detention system.
Hello, my people. My name is Glenda York of Sit, Sip, and Chat and Moms in Paradise podcast. You can find us on TV15 Sint Maarten, TVC St. Kitts, and on YouTube. Reporting from Great Bay Media Studios in Sint Maarten, your NEWSDESK feature story is coming up. But first, here is Mizzy with the Sunshine Report.
Hey there, it's Mizzy with a Sunshine Report, straight out of Sunshine City, Sint Maarten, bringing you the warmth and the sunshine you need to kickstart your day. So let's dive into today's forecast and see how the skies are treating us.
At Talon, we believe connection goes beyond signals. It's about people. From every call, every laugh,
Hi, Merry Christmas. Thanks for calling.
every moment shared across our island,
Game time.
we're reminded this network was built by Sint Maarten for Sint Maarten.
I couldn't. Oh, I got you. Don't worry, man. We're good.
When are you coming to St. Maarten?
All right, let's go. Go, 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 go.
Here's to staying connected to what matters most. Your connection, your Christmas.
Stay connected to the best of local and Caribbean content anywhere, anytime with the TVC Plus app, the official app of TVC Channel 40. With the TVC Plus app, you can watch TVC Channel 40 live, catch every episode of your favorite shows on demand, watch exclusive pay-per-view content, listen to Voice of the Caribbean radio, and watch and read SKN Newsline. The TVC Plus app is available on all your devices. On the Google Play Store, search TVC and the plus sign. In the Apple App Store, type the words TVC Plus. And we're also available on the Amazon App Store for Fire TV and Fire Stick devices. Search the words TVC Plus. Download today and take TVC Channel 40 wherever you go.
All right, don't miss NEWSDESK. Weekdays at 11 a.m. and 5 p.m. on TVC. St. Kitts to the world, now streaming everywhere. Minister Brug reports on health mission to Colombia. Honorable Minister of Health Brug has reported on the results of an official health mission to Colombia aimed at strengthening St. Martin's healthcare system and improving access to specialized medical services. The March 4th to 8th mission included representatives from the St. Maarten Medical Center, SZV, and the Ministry of Public Health. During the visit, the delegation toured hospitals that currently treat St. Maarten patients abroad, evaluated patient accommodations, and explored partnerships with additional medical institutions. A key focus of the mission was addressing the island's shortage of permanent doctors. Discussions included the possibility of recruiting physicians from Colombia to work on St. Maarten either permanently or through rotating programs with the hospital. Minister Brug says the mission has already opened new connections with qualified doctors whose credentials are recognized within European medical regulatory systems, making them eligible to practice locally through existing procedures. Officials say the initiative is part of broader efforts to strengthen healthcare capacity, improve oversight, and ensure better continuity of care for patients on the island. USM to host public lecture on water governance. The University of St. Maarten will host a public lecture this Thursday titled Hierarchies of Expertise: Whose Water Knowledge Counts and Why? The lecture will be delivered by Dr. Shannour Hassan, a senior researcher on water governance and development at Deltaris in the Netherlands. Dr. Hassan's work focuses on how power, expertise, and knowledge influence water policy and climate adaptation strategies, particularly in regions vulnerable to environmental change. Her research examines how different voices, including farmers, engineers, policymakers, and communities, shape decisions around water management and development. The lecture takes place March 12th from 6:30 to 8 p.m. in the university's lecture hall, and admission is free to the public. Dominic launches Leonora Barbieri Memorial Arts Scholarship. St. Dominic High School has announced the launch of the teacher Leonora Barbieri Memorial Visual Arts Scholarship, honoring the legacy of a beloved educator, artist, and DJ who inspired creativity and cultural expression. The scholarship was created through fundraising efforts by Barbieri's friends, families, and members of a formal all-female DJ collective, the Calabash Crew, from Italy. School officials say the initiative aims to support students who demonstrate strong artistic ability and a passion for visual arts, while continuing the spirit of creativity, cultural appreciation, and women's empowerment that Barbieri championed. The award will provide financial support of up to 450 Caribbean guilders toward a student's continued studies in visual arts. Applicants must be current Form 4 students preparing for Form 5 and pursuing visual arts as a CSEC or IB subject, with submissions including a portfolio, a personal statement, and a teacher recommendation. The application deadline is May 9th, with the scholarship recipient to be recognized at the school's end-of-year award ceremony.
When we come back, we go to our in-depth feature of the day, exploring one of the island's most thought-provoking topics. That's just ahead. Stay tuned.
You know, we all talk about having rights. And yeah, we do.
We have the right to be safe.
The right to learn and get an education.
The right to speak up and be heard.
The right to dream big and build our future.
But listen, rights don't stand alone.
We also have responsibilities.
Real talk, if we want respect, we gotta give respect too.
St. Maarten is our home.
So let's protect it. Keep our beaches clean, our streets clean, and show love to nature.
Healthy island, healthy future.
Our parents and guardians do a lot for us.
Let's show respect, talk to them, and listen, even when it's hard.
School prepares us for life.
So we show up, we stay focused, and we put in effort.
We want opportunities, so we work for them.
We are part of this community, every village, every culture, every neighborhood.
Let's be kind, positive, and supportive.
A stronger community starts with us.
And most importantly, we are responsible for ourselves.
We make healthy choices for our mind and body.
We believe in our goals and our voice and our future.
Our rights give us power, our responsibilities make us leaders. Together we rise.
The Convention of the Rights of the Child isn't just a policy, it's protection and responsibility. When our children learn their rights, they are better prepared to take on their responsibility. This public service announcement is brought to you by the Department of Youth.
Let's put everything on the table. People always give their opinion, and you can either take it or crunch it. Let them judge. We give in to the most irresistible flavor. We devour every nugget that falls in our hands, especially when it's our crunchy fried chicken. And let the crumbs fly if needed. Let them keep judging. We'll keep indulging. KFC, it's finger-licking good.
You could talk to your family, talk to your friends. Affordability and convenience. Community connection, that makes sense. Reliability with experience. Hey, for every laugh, every adventure. Number one provider, they got ya. We tell them your data is always on. You can opt out whenever you want. Tell them we always on. For every moment when you want more. Tell them we always on. Stay connected when you want the road. Control my data, yeah, yeah, yeah. Always connected every time, everywhere. Money low, but I never fair. I know, tell them is there. Connectivity, that's what I like. Flexibility, that's what I like. Reliability, that's what I like. Tell them, sign me up for life. Tell them we always on. For every moment when you want more. Come tell them we always on. Stay connected when you want to go. Come tell them we always on. For every moment when you want more. Tell them we always on. Stay connected when you want to road.
Before we wrap up, we take a moment each day to check in with our neighbors across the region. There's always a story worth paying attention to. Here's today's regional headline.
Afreximbank expands Caribbean financing to $5 billion. A major boost in development financing could be on the horizon for the Caribbean as the African Export-Import Bank has announced plans to increase its financing limit for the region to $5 billion over the next 3 to 4 years. The announcement was made by Afreximbank President George Ilombi while addressing the 50th CARICOM Heads of Government meeting held in Bastia, St. Kitts and Nevis. The expanded funding represents a $2 billion increase from the bank's previous allocation of $3 billion and signals a significant scale up of investment support for government and private sector projects across the Caribbean. To date, more than $750 million has already been dispersed in the region, with an additional $2 billion worth of projects currently in progress. The bank outlined several priority areas for investment, including healthcare facilities in Barbados, Guyana, and Grenada, tourism projects in Barbados, Grenada, the Bahamas, and Antigua and Barbuda, and agro-processing and logistics developments in countries such as Guyana, Antigua and Barbuda, and St. Kitts and Nevis. Infrastructure initiatives including energy systems, road networks, trade centers, and conference facilities are also expected to receive support in countries including Jamaica, Grenada, Suriname, and the Bahamas. Afreximbank officials say the broader goal is to help Caribbean economies move toward more value-added production, generate jobs, and strengthen regional economic resilience. The bank is also working with regional partners on initiatives such as the CARICOM payment and settlement system, designed to enable faster cross-border payments and strengthen regional trade. That's the latest from across the Caribbean region. Shout out to all our viewers across the Caribbean watching NEWSDESK. Here's a regional fact. The Caribbean sits at the crossroads of major global trade routes, linking North and South America, Europe, and Africa.
Welcome back. Each day we take a moment to go beyond the headlines and look deeper into the issues, people, and conversations shaping life here on Sint Maarten. Welcome to today's NEWSDESK feature.
Strengthening leadership and accountability within the private sector was the focus of a recent corporate governance training hosted by the Sint Maarten Chamber of Commerce and Industry. The session, titled Governance in a Volatile World and Strategies to Govern Effectively, brought together representatives from businesses and organizations across multiple sectors on March 6th. The training was facilitated by the Caribbean Corporate Governance Institute, an organization known throughout the region for providing institutional training and capacity building programs. The workshop explored key principles of corporate governance, including leadership responsibility, strategic oversight, and accountability frameworks that help organizations operate effectively in an increasingly complex global business environment. Participants also examined how strong governance structures can support better decision-making and long-term organizational resilience. Discussions focus on practical strategies businesses can adopt to improve transparency, strengthen management structures, and respond more effectively to economic uncertainty. According to Jude Houston, director of COCHI, initiatives like this are part of the Chamber's broader effort to support professional development within the local business community. In today's dynamic and often unpredictable business environment, strong corporate governance is more important than ever, Houston said, noting that improved governance practices contribute not only to stronger companies but also to overall economic stability. The training is one of several initiatives being pursued by the Chamber to build institutional capacity on the island. On the same day, COCHI also hosted a protocol meeting with a delegation from the CCI France, accompanied by representatives of the Chamber of Commerce and Industry of Sint Maarten and the Chamber of Commerce and Industry of Guadeloupe. COCHI's delegation was led by its president, Tamara Leonard, while the visiting delegation included French-chambered leaders Alain de Crescenzo, Angèle Dormois, and Vial Collet. The meeting focused on strengthening institutional relations between the Dutch and French sides of the island, with discussions highlighting opportunities for joint training programs and information sessions aimed at supporting entrepreneurs who operate businesses across both jurisdictions. COCHI officials say collaboration between the chambers could help streamline support for businesses that operate island-wide, particularly in sectors such as transportation, trade, and services. By combining professional training, cross-border dialogue, and institutional cooperation, the Chamber says it hopes to create a stronger, more resilient business environment for entrepreneurs operating through Sint Maarten and Sint Maarten.
And that's all the time we have for today's edition of Sint Maarten NEWSDESK. Thank you so much for joining us. Remember, new episodes premiere every weekday at 8 a.m. on TV15 and across all our social media platforms. From all of us here at NEWSDESK, we wish you a fantastic week ahead. Until next time, stay friendly, Sint Maarten.